Hi guys, good day. I will be discussing petty cash fund. Tapos na tayo dun sa overview ng cash and cash equivalents natin. So this is a continuation ng ating Unit 1. Sa ating discussion material, this is entitled 1.2 Petty Cash Fund. So yung focus natin for this discussion, we have the definition, the methods of accounting, the basic computation formula, and the accounting for PCF shortage or overage. So start akong discuss. Definition, tanong ano nga ba yung petty cash fund? A. What does it mean, petty cash fund? The portion of company's total cash that is set aside for purposes of paying small expenses that are usually not suitable to be paid through issuance of checks. Kasi ganito yan, may mga company transactions na hindi na kailangan ng issuance ng check. For example, magbabayad ka lang ng gasolina. So, 500 pesos, for example, hindi na kailangan issuehan ng check yan. Kasi 500 pesos is too small, too petty for payments. Okay. So, yung for control purposes, companies do not usually issue check na lang for small expenditures. Okay. Like small supplies, small office supplies, stationaries, postages, ganon, transportation costs, yung meals, kung merong travels, ganon, yung transportation fares, so hindi na in-issuehan ng check. So, yung disbursement, kinukuha na lang doon sa petty cash fund in the form of expense vouchers. Okay, expense vouchers na lang. Okay. Methods of accounting. Conceptually, meron tayong dalawang methods. We have impressed fund system and fluctuating fund system. We're going to compare these two system of accounting petty cash fund. So, impressed fund system versus fluctuating fund system. Una, to establish the fund, for under impressed fund system and fluctuating fund system, the same lang yung journal entry niyan. Debit, petty cash fund, then credit cash, or minsan naman, cash in bank, yung credit. Okay lang yan, the same lang yan. Next, to pay petty expenses or yung small expenses, dito nagkakaiba yung impressed fund system tsaka fluctuating fund system. Because under impressed fund system, we don't have journal entry for that. Okay. Yung reason yan, kasi nga ginagawan muna ng voucher yung expenses. Hindi muna agad nire-record sa journals or sa book ng company. Hindi muna ginagawa ng journal entry. However, under fluctuating fund system, nire-recognize agad yung expenses, then charge sa PCF. Credit yung PCF. Kung i-analyze natin, walang pagbabago yung balance ng fund kasi nga no entry tayo sa impressed fund system, pero under fluctuating fund system, makikita agad yung movement ng balance ng fund. Kaya nga fluctuating yung tawag. Nakita agad yung difference sa balance ng fund. Next, to replenish the fund, okay, under impressed fund system, pag nag-replenish na tayo ng fund, that is the time na nire-recognize natin yung expenses. By debiting expenses, then crediting cash. Take note, under impressed fund system, in the records, hindi gumagalaw yung petty cash fund natin per record. Pero in the actual, pag nagkaroon ng count, nababawasan yung fund na yan. But per record, hindi gumagalaw. Yun yung idea ng impressed fund system. Under fluctuating fund system, when we replenish the fund, since nag-credit tayo, nung nagbayad tayo ng expenses ng PCF, we debit PCF, equivalent dun sa amount ng expenses na pinaggastuhan natin, then credit cash. Ganun yung first two difference nila. We have to pay the petty expenses and to replenish the fund. Those are the first two differences ng impressed fund system at saka fluctuating fund system. Next, we have to adjust the fund. Okay. Yung idea naman dito, kung hindi na-replenish yung fund, walang replenishment. So, ano yung magiging journal entry to adjust the fund? Under impressed fund system, kung walang replenishment, yung magiging entry natin, parang similar doon sa fluctuating fund system na entry ng pag-recognize ng expenses through credit ng PCF natin or petty cash fund. So, parang nade-defer yung pag-recognize ng expenses assuming walang replenishment. Kailangan nating i-adjust. However, under fluctuating fund system, wala na po tayong entry dyan. Bakit walang entry? Kasi nga, we don't need to adjust kasi na-recognize na agad natin yung expenses. So, parang merong delay yung impressed fund system versus dun sa fluctuating fund system na nire-recognize agad yung expenses charged to PCF agad. Okay. Sa impressed fund system, nagkakaroon lang ng charge to PCF, credit to PCF, kung hindi na-adjust yung fund. This is now to reflect the actual balance of petty cash fund, both actual and records. Next, to increase the fund, walang problema. Either system of accounting for petty cash fund, we can increase the amount of fund previously established. The same lang entry nun. The same with to decrease the fund, the same entry lang. Okay. Either impressed fund system and fluctuating fund system. Okay. So, kung babalikan natin yung key differences talaga ng accounting under impressed fund system and fluctuating fund system, nagkakaiba-iba yung entry doon lang sa pag-record ng expenses, pag-replenish ng fund kung may replenishment, and sa pag-adjust ng fund kung walang replenishment. Bali, yung significant difference nila, tatlo. Okay? Yung pagbayad ng expenses, pag-replenish ng fund, or sa pag-adjust ng fund kung walang replenishment. Okay. Move on ako sa basic computation formula. PCF accountabilities versus PCF accounted for, we have either PCF shortage or PCF overage. Okay. Yung PCF accountabilities, yan po yung established balance ng ating petty cash fund generally. Assuming walang increase or decrease sa balance ng petty cash fund, yung pinaka-accountabilities natin, yung amount ng petty cash fund established. Of course, kung merong increase sa fund, yung adjusted balance ng petty cash fund, accommodating the increase, yun yung magiging accountabilities natin. Kung meron namang decrease, yung magiging accountabilities natin, accommodating the decrease in the petty cash fund, yung adjusted balance ng petty cash fund. Yung difference nun, we can have either shortage or overage pag kinumpare natin yung accountability sa accounted for. Yung accounted for naman, yung ibig sabihin lang naman ng accounted for, eto yung listing ng report ng items found with regards sa count ng petty cash fund. Yung nangyayari dito sa cash count, parang ina-analyze natin kung paano ba ginasto yung petty cash fund natin. Kung may natira pa ba, kung ano yung pinaggastuhan, or kung saan napunta yung pera na in-establish for petty cash fund. Basically, yung petty cash fund accounted for, nasa tinatawag na petty cash fund report yan. Every month or every period, usually every month, si petty cash fund custodian nagre-report kung paano nagasto yung petty cash fund na inilagay sa kanyang authority. Accountable siya for the petty cash fund na yan at kailangan niya i-report kung paano nagastos yung amount ng petty cash fund. So again, yung pinaka-accountabilities niya generally yung amount na in-establish for petty cash fund. He or she has to report kung paano nagasto, kung meron pa bang natira dun sa petty cash fund na yun. Then that's the time he or she can ask for replenishment ng fund. He or she is also liable for shortages and overages dun sa petty cash fund na yun. Depende sa kalalabasan ng kanyang report. Okay. Basic accounting natin dito sa accountabilities and accounted for, yung established petty cash fund balance falls under accountabilities. Then yung coins and bills remaining kung meron, doon naman sa accounted for. Yung expense vouchers, yung mga expenses, doon yun sa accounted for. At saka minsan meron tayong tinatawag ng employees IOUs or mga vales or advances na ginagawa ng mga employees. Yan. Accounted for din yan. Parang basic items ng accounted for. Okay. Compare all items ng accountabilities sa accounted for, we can arrive with the petty cash shortage or overage. How do we account for petty cash shortage? Focus tayo sa shortage. To record the shortage, we have PCF shortage overage account, debit. This is a suspense account kasi nga i-close to mamaya sa ating general cash account, general cash ledger. Okay. Ide-debit yan kapag shortage. Again, yung PCF shortage or overage naka-debit kapag shortage. Kapag yung shortage is material, to close the PCF shortage, we recognize loss from PCF shortage as a debit, then i-credit yung PCF shortage overage. Kasi shortage is material. Kapag naman yung shortage immaterial, other expenses lang yan. Then credit again, PCF shortage overage. Okay. What is the difference between the two entries? Actually, walang pinagbago sa general treatment kasi yung loss is part of company's total expenses. Pero, as to usage of account, yan, magkaiba sila sa debit. Kasi yung isa, loss from PCF shortage, yung isa naman, other expenses. But both will be presented as part of company's total expenses. Kapag yung shortage, fault ng PCF custodian, yan, we set up a receivable account from the custodian. Due from PCF custodian, then credit PCF shortage or overage. Yan. Yung idea ng number 2 entry, kapag walang kasalanan si custodian, in good faith siya, tapos yung amount ng shortage is material, we debit i-loss. Sa number 3 naman, yung idea, wala din kasalanan si custodian, tapos yung amount involved is immaterial, so debit siya as other expenses. Pero kapag yung shortage kasalanan ni custodian, we debit due from PCF custodian, which is a receivable account, then credit petty cash fund shortage or overage. Yan. Paano naman kapag overage? Okay. To record the overage, yan, debit cash, then credit PCF shortage or overage. Yan. Naka-credit yung account na yan kapag overage. Anong ibig sabihin yan? May sobra doon sa petty cash fund. Kapag walang rason kung bakit nagkaroon ng sobra yung petty cash fund, okay, the journal entry to adjust is to recognize the excess cash as other income. Kung walang reason, kung walang nakikitang reason bakit nagkaroon ng sobra. Okay. Pero kapag yung reason ng overage ay dahil kay PCF custodian, nagsiset up yung company ng liability to PCF custodian. Yan yung credit sa due to PCF custodian. Kasi minsan, kung yung expenses na dinidisburse mas malaki na kaysa sa balance ng petty cash fund, inaayudahan mo na ni custodian yung amount just to accommodate the expenses. Kumukuha siya from own pocket niya. So, may liability yung company sa custodian. Okay, yun lang. I hope may natutunan kayo sa accounting natin for petty cash fund. To apply, you can have the sample problem solving sa ating discussion material. Okay, that's all. Thank you.